quick tooling demonstration for the IDL. So basically, when I say square drive, these are the two tool holders that go up into the spindle, and they call these are ball detent. They're 1.1/8 OD with these grooves, and it's got a slip collar with a ball up in the chuck, up in the spindle. This is the new way adapter I was talking about. This drives, see, it's got a slip to it, but this drives the new ways, which, if you aren't familiar, these are new way cutters. Single angle. They're pretty popular, but you can drive them with the IDL. This thing was like an afterthought for the IDL, but so square drive, you get a 1/2 inch, you get 3/8, and this is a little 5/16 adapter for your reamers. Most reamers, are 5/16 square drive, and then so like if you go and look at like the IDL core drills and stuff, they're all square drive. I think it's a 5/16. If you end up getting a chuck, like you can retrofit like this is just a drill chuck that's a 1/2 inch drive for like an impact gun. You can find these if you look for them. They can be used on the IDL. If you plug this into the spindle, you can run it. Or what I was thinking is of making, an actual arbor. Turning something up 1.1/8, put a little hole or a slot, whatever, and then just turn up a Jacob's taper and put a chuck on it like you would on a drill press. Then it would be rigid. These things are really hard to come by. You got to make them. I mean, unless you can find them. This is the adapter for the Quickway seat cutters. So I don't even use the IDL seat cutters with the, sorry for the shaky camera work, with these master pilots, they call them. I don't even use this stuff. I use seat grinding pilots, like 3/8 top pilot with a wear sleeve that goes to 5/8, and then I'll use a regular counterbore cutter, like a seat cutter. These I like these ones here. Shut up. I like these ones here. They're indexable. Get them from Woodward or Goodson or whatever, but they're 5/8 and 9/16 bore. So I don't use the IDL stuff. I just go to that. I don't know where you get one of these. That came with the machine. The other thing you want to make too is, like, if you do an assembly, you can use the quill lock to assemble overhead cam cylinder heads. I just made up a couple of these things, like it's a 1/2 inch socket and a just a little fork to push down, lock the spindle, and then do your assembly. This one here is in a chuck. I leave it in this chuck. This is just a copy that I made of the Goodson one. Piece of pipe, grind it all out and weld a small, like 1/2 inch piece of round rod to it. And there's your adapter. It goes right in your spindle. So, and then you got your little jacks. You know about these, right? When you're working on the end, you got to jack the end up, or the head will want to tilt on you when you're putting pressure on it. Other than that, there's no other special tooling. I mean, hopefully that answers a lot of your questions. But that's what I'm talking about when I say square drive. This table slot, just has the duck foot has a spring-loaded little centering pin. That's what the slot's for. And theoretically, the slot is right under the spindle. So when you center up on your seat with these centering cones, with the duck foot on the spring seat, that should put the guide directly lined up with the slot, directly under the spindle.